Learning is a voyage that takes you to a metaphysical journey. It allows us to visualize and, in a way, experience phenomena that we otherwise wouldn't have. Greetings of peace and prosperity to everyone. I am teacher Jordan Salvador Hepana, and today I have the great honor of helping you learn something that is arguably relatable to any human being. Are you all ready? Let's go then! Before we proceed to receiving the new information from today's lesson, we need to make sure that you really understood the previous lesson, including its core concepts. With that said, we are going to uncover a clue to our next lesson by completely revealing the main picture in this picture board. We can do this by correctly answering the questions that correspond to each photo. Let's try the first photo. Are you all ready? Let's go! The first photo has the corresponding question: how many sperms does an average human produce in a day? A. 250 million, B. 300 million, C. 350 million, D. 400 million, or letter E. 500 million. Let's say we answer letter D. Then we are incorrect. So what do you think is the correct answer to this question? That's right. The correct answer to this question is letter A, 250 million. Let's continue. What structure of the male reproductive system develops along the large intestine? Is it A, vas deferens, B, testes, C, penis, D, urethra, E, scrotum? That's right. The correct answer is letter B. For the next photo, this is the question. Which of the following is for a female only? A. Vagina, B. Testes, C. Penis, D. Urethra, or letter E. Bladder? If you answer A. Vagina, then you are correct. For the next question, which of the following secretes the prominent part of the semen? Is it A, the seminal vesicle, B, the glands, C, the prostate glands, D, the testes, or letter E, the vas deferens? The correct answer is letter A, the seminal vesicle. For the next question, which of the following secretes the highly alkaline milky fluid that is discharged as part of the semen? Is it A, penis, B, prostate gland, C, testes, D, vas deferens, and letter E, urethra? The correct answer is B, prostate gland. We only have 3 more photos left in our picture board. What part of the male reproductive system matures the sperm? A, the vas deferens, B, the testes, C, the foreskin, D, the scrotum, or letter E, the penis? If you answer A, then you are correct. Which of the following parts of the female reproductive system serves as a site for fertilization? Is it A, the fallopian tube, B, the ovary, C, the urethra, D, the vagina, or letter E, the uterus? That's right. The uterus is the site of fertilization for the female reproductive system. And the last question would be, which of the following secretes the lubricant or the neutralizer into the urethra? Is it A, the bulbourethral gland, B, the prostate gland, C, the seminal vesicle, D, the penis, or letter E, the testes? For the last question, the correct answer is letter A, bulbourethral gland. You've done well. So the photo underneath our picture board is a photo of a DNA or the double helix model of the DNA. Before we delve into today's lesson, I have here a set of phrases, words, and sentences with accompanying instructions that we need to follow. Here is the first set of sentences. The kid looks depressed. The second sentence is, pop that balloon. The accompanying instruction says that we need to interchange the nouns in the sentences. Can you identify the nouns in these sentences? That's right. The first noun in the first sentence is kid, while the noun in the second sentence is balloon. So if we were to interchange the nouns in these sentences, we are going to interchange kid and balloon. So what would be the resulting sentences if we interchange these nouns? That's right. The resulting sentences would be, the balloon looks depressed and pop that kid. Notice the differences from before and after we interchange the nouns in the sentences. List down your observations in your notebook. The next set of words, phrases, and sentences are creepily and the mountains are harsh during the winter. As for the instruction, it goes, put the word before the adjective in the sentence. Can you identify where the adjective is in the sentence? That's right. The adjective in this sentence is harsh. So if we are to put the word creepily before the adjective harsh in this sentence, what would be the resulting sentence? That's correct. The resulting sentence would be, the mountains are creepily harsh during winter. Note down your observations. For the next set of words or sentences, we have, the kids laughed loudly. As for the instruction, it says that we need to rewrite the sentence with the verb written twice. So where is the verb in this sentence? That's right. The verb in this sentence is laughed. So we need to rewrite this sentence by writing the verb twice. So what will be the resulting sentence? The resulting sentence would be, the kids laughed loudly. Note down all your observations. For the next sentence, it would be, the movie Signs is action-packed. The instruction for this sentence is, rewrite the sentence with the proper noun written backwards. So in order to do that, we need to identify first where is the proper noun in this sentence. Can you tell me where is the proper noun in this sentence? That's right. The proper noun in this sentence is signs. So what will happen if we are to rewrite this sentence with the proper noun written backwards? It would be, the movie Signs is written backwards is action-packed. Do you think there were changes in the sentence? Note down your observations. As for the last sentence, we have, the happy kid ate the candy greedily. The instruction that accompanied this is, remove the verb. So with that said, where is the verb in this sentence? Can you identify where the verb is? That's right, the verb is ate. Now, if we are to remove the word ate in this sentence, what will happen to this sentence? The sentence will now turn into, the happy kid, the candy greedily. So what can you say about the changes in these sentences? That's right. If we are to change or if we are to remove parts of the sentences, the meaning of the sentences also change. What do you think will happen if these particular changes also happen in a cellular level? That's right, there would be changes in the organism. What do you call these changes that occur in the chromosomes? Yes, this particular set of changes can also occur in the chromosomes, and this is what we call chromosomal mutations. And these chromosomal mutations will be our topic of discussion for today, particularly the 5 types of chromosomal mutations. Before we delve into the lesson, it is also important for us to know what we need to achieve at the end of the day. So it is important for us, the learners, to be able to explain how mutations may cause changes in the structure and functions of a protein. Specifically, we need to define the types of chromosomal mutations, illustrate the kinds of chromosomal mutations, and differentiate the kinds of chromosomal mutations.
During this discussion, participation is a highly prized necessity. As Sir J.D. says, we always hear about the rights of democracy, but the major responsibility of it is participation. It never hurts to truly be a part of something. It is only by listening and continuously trying that you can really gain true understanding. Are you ready now for the discussion? Let's go! Chromosome mutation or chromosomal mutation is an abnormal process that occurs during the time when chromosomes pair up and exchange genetic information. This may include changing the structure of a chromosome and the loss or gain of a part of a chromosome. However, there is one notable exception which includes neither loss nor gain of genetic material. Generally, there are 5 types of chromosomal mutations. Let's meet them one by one. The first type of chromosomal mutation is translocation. During translocation, 2 non-homologous chromosomes or chromosomes that are not from the same karyotypic pairing exchange genetic information or genetic material. In this case, part of one chromosome is transferred to another chromosome and vice versa. Harkening back to the activity we did before we began our discussion, translocation can be likened to the first set of sentences wherein we interchange the nouns. The noun from the first sentence became a part of the second sentence, while the noun from the second sentence became a part of the first sentence. Same is true with translocation. Translocation may result in Down syndrome, one of the most common disorders that result from any chromosomal mutation. It can also cause the XX male syndrome, a disorder that manifests in males, causing them to have 2 X chromosomes instead of the typical XY pairing. Infertility in females can also be attributed to translocation. Also, scientists have posited that translocation is one of the prominent causes of cancer. On the other hand, we have insertion. Insertion happens when a chromosome gains additional genetic material from another chromosome. A lot of people confuse this type of chromosomal mutation with translocation. One important detail that differentiates the two of them is that exchange between two chromosomes occur during translocation. In insertion, only one chromosome is involved, gaining genetic material that are often floating around our cell nucleus. Degenerative diseases or diseases that deteriorate the body's capability to do certain things are often the result of insertion. These include Huntington's disease and myotonic dystrophy. The next type of chromosomal mutation is duplication. As its name suggests, a portion of chromosome gets duplicated in this type of mutation. As a result, the same material re-expresses itself in the chromosome, causing problems in the cell. This process is just like the third sentence and instruction earlier. Repeating the verb in the sentence significantly changed the structure and meaning of the sentence. As such, a duplicated material in the chromosome causes massive problems in an organism. Among its effects is the Charcot-Marie Tooth disease type 1 that targets bone development, and the Rett syndrome, a disorder that can cause muteness. As was stated earlier, there is one exception to the loss-gain scenario of chromosomal mutations. That would be inversion. In inversion, a genetic material from a chromosome detaches itself. The same material is then going to reattach itself into the same chromosome. The problem happens because when it does so, it does in an inverted manner, a position that mirrors the genetic material's previous position. In the given sentences, this process corresponds to the one where we were tasked to write the sentences after we wrote the proper noun backwards. The change rendered the sentence to be different than it used to be. The exact same thing can be said about inversion. Hemophilia, a disorder characterized by failure to have blood clotting which causes excessive bleeding, is a result of inversion. The last type of chromosomal mutation is deletion. Deletion is characterized by the unexpected breaking off of a chromosome's part. This results to a permanent loss in the genetic material of the said chromosome. Cri-du-chat, DeGeorge syndrome, and Duchenne muscular dystrophy are all effects of deletion. It is necessary for us to understand that these chromosomal mutations exist and have grave effects to people afflicted with it. With that said, it is important to treat them the same way we want others to treat us. As Sir JD says, we, as human beings, need to treat people afflicted with chromosomal mutations with compassion and empathy. Well then, it's time to summarize everything that we have learned today. I have here a table that is missing information. In your notebook, complete the table by supplying the necessary data that correspond to each space. This information include
the number of chromosomes involved, and the type of change in the chromosome. Write G if it's gain, loss, L if it's for loss, and N if neither of the two happen. You can also write G and L if these two processes happen at the same mutation. You have 3 minutes to do so. Are you all ready? Your timer starts now. Now that your time is up, let's check them one by one.
Here are the answers to the table. If you got them correct, then you should applaud yourselves. To wrap up our discussion for the day, we will have a short evaluation. Write the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. The answers to each question will be revealed after every question. Since you will be the ones checking your own paper, it is important for you to be accountable for your answers. Pretending to be correct when you know you're not is a bad habit and should never be tolerated. Are you all ready? Then, let's go! For the first question, what happens when a part of a chromosome detaches itself, then reattaches itself in an inverted manner? Is it A. Insertion, B. Duplication, C. Translocation, or letter D. Inversion? The correct answer is Letter D, inversion. For the next question, what occurs when a portion of a chromosome detaches itself permanently? Is it A, inversion, B, translocation, C, deletion, or letter D, duplication? The correct answer is letter C, deletion. For the third question, how many chromosomes are involved in duplication? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or letter D, 4? The correct answer is A, 1. The fourth question is, what type of mutation occurs when a portion of the chromosome reproduces itself? Is it A, deletion, B, translocation, C, duplication, or letter D, insertion? The correct answer is letter C, duplication. As for the last question, what type of mutation results from an exchange of genetic material between two chromosomes? Is it A, translocation, B, inversion, C, insertion, or letter D, deletion? And the correct answer is A, translocation. As an additional activity, you will be tasked to construct a hugot, knock-knock joke, a one-stanza poem, a 6-word story, or a slogan regarding the importance of studying mutations in human beings. Evaluation of these outputs will be done using the following rubric. Originality, 4 points. Creativity, 4 points. Content, 10 points. And impact, 2 points, for a total of 20 points. Remember that you only need to choose one of these activities.
While we may not be learning at an optimal pace, the thing we need to remember the most is that effort and hard work pays off. I hope that you learned something from today's discussion, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me online via www.facebook.com/averageloser. Don't forget to follow existing health protocols, stay safe, and happy learning. Sir Jordan Salvador Hepana, signing off.